welcome back to another video. This week we're going to be talking about why you should be shooting film photography in 2021. Now look, I know it's pretty late in the year to be discussing this, but I've been trying to plan this out for a while now. I thought now's a good time. People might still be thinking about shooting film next year, the year after, whatever. I've been shooting digital for the past 10 years or so, and really only dived into film probably the past couple of years or so. Bits and pieces throughout high school. Yeah, it's definitely been booming more and more, especially with COVID. I've noticed purchasing film, it's hard to get your hands on. I was trying to purchase film for a while, and there's a couple of the sites that I buy off in Australia here, I couldn't get it for a few weeks. Well, actually I think it might have been down for a couple of months or a month at least. So in the past 2 years, probably maybe even 3 or 4, there's definitely been a rise of film photography in the past 10 years or so, but definitely more and more in the short amount of years that's just been. Definitely disposable, Polaroid and film itself is there's a massive market for it, and that's why I have been diving into it. I had a few different bits and pieces of gear over the past few years. So before digital photography, back pre-2000s, 80s, 90s, even before that, film was all they had. Film's been around for so long, nothing's really changed. The cameras, I've got cameras that are very, very old, and you can still use them all, pretty much. So there's a lot of film cameras in circulation at the moment. If you're getting into film photography now, I would suggest the best thing to start off would be to purchase a disposable camera. I know it's not environmentally the greatest. Just picking up one for now, seeing how you go, see if you like it, see if you like the effort and the process you go through to do that, and then you can dive into buying an actual camera that shoots film. But yeah, disposable is where I first started. I got gifted a waterproof disposable camera for my 21st a few years ago, and I just didn't use it for a while, and then I came across it as I'm starting to put out these videos, and I was like, ooh, this could be interesting. So I did a process of that, which you can see in the video added to this right now. But yeah, I shot a roll that was, you would say, expired, and it was pretty good. It was just like a disposable from Kmart, and the photos I got were super unique. There was a couple of faulty ones, but a couple of really nice ones from essentially like a $15 camera, and I probably paid, I think I got it developed by Kmart for $12. Took a while to come back. Yeah, pretty good nonetheless. Then if you're jumping into buying a film camera, now there's film cameras everywhere. I've been shooting this is a Vivitar Series 2. I don't know a lot about them. I remember shooting this as a kid on like a school camp in like year 4, and this is what I've picked up, and I've been shooting a few rolls in the past 2 years on literally the most basic film camera. It's got a digital zoom. It's super interesting. It's a 38 to 70mm lens. It's point and shoot. It's great for film. This is the type of camera you want to pick up. I can link a few models listed, but it really doesn't really matter what you pick up as long as it shoots film. Anything between $50 to $200. You don't want to spend any more than that. Even $100 you can pick up. This would be probably pick up this for like less than 100. I'd suggest looking Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, and then even your local Vinnies or secondhand stores or pawnbrokers. You'll be able to pick up a camera for sure. So another camera I've got is the one behind me. Now, is some type of Kiev camera. Now, I haven't dived in to see how it goes yet. It's super manual. It is extremely old. I'm really interested to give it a go. I just haven't yet. But that's why I've been using the digital. It's perfect. But because I know my way around a camera, it would be a great way to actually understand the settings, get a light meter, and really go out and shoot something really interesting. You're watching this video, you want to understand why do you want to shoot film? Why should everyone shoot film? Why should you shoot film? Now, I love digital. I couldn't make these videos without a digital camera. It is good to have in your equipment or your gear. I'd say you can even just shoot. A lot of people now are only shooting film, which is amazing, but film it's nostalgic. It looks better, feels better. The whole process of shooting a roll of film it's just something else. It's what you want to do. It creates great moments, memories amongst friends, events, festivals. That's why I've been shooting. I take it, for example, I went camping and I just took this, had 36 shots, and I just get it out every so often, shoot a couple shots over the course of the trip, and you know, I develop it later on. The colours and I don't know, the moments you capture, just there's something else. It's different to digital. Digital, you know, I can go out and shoot and delete photos. You go out and hold the shutter down and you know, you're trying to get your best photo and you just come up with like 100 photos and you might end up only having a couple. What I've found is definitely, especially shooting surfing, you're just shooting a lot of this one sequence of a wave. Whereas with film, you either get 24, 36 shots, even less if you're shooting medium format or I don't know, a different type of roll, and it makes you think about the shot or what you're going to shoot, how you're going to shoot. You really sets you back. You don't want to waste a whole roll, and that's one of the big things I think that draws people into shooting film, is you only have such a minimal time to shoot it. But definitely the biggest thing you see online, and you see it everywhere, is film grain. People try to recreate it all the time. You look at film grain, you've got Lightroom settings or Adobe settings to try and create this film look that you're getting from shooting digital, and you know, you can recreate it in a sense, but nothing takes away from the actual authentic cameras you shoot. I've got a few rolls I've developed and I've printed as well, but more recently I'll send it to this place in Sydney, Photo Rewind. If you get around that, I'll put a link in the description. Make sure you tell them that I see you there. They do a really good deal, and I usually try and send at least 2 rolls down, email them back to me via Dropbox, and the scans I get are really good, and I've got them there to print. But for a while there, I was getting them printed from a local place called Pro-Am in Adamstown. Slowly trying to create some sort of photo book just to look back on. I found that shooting film, especially a party, etc., the shots you get later on and then you send your friends and everyone, I feel like they're just a little bit different to other shots you get. The nostalgic tone that everyone craves, and one downside to shooting film is definitely the price. And I think people look at film and they think it's quite expensive, but when you look at it overall and comparing to a digital camera versus a film camera, they sort of even out, because you could be spending $500, more than that, $1,000 on a camera. Whereas yes, you don't have to process the film, but you could spend $50 on a camera, and I don't know, if you buy in bulk, you might be able to get a roll for maybe like $10 to $20, probably maybe even up to $30, maybe probably $20 is like the rough mark for a roll. You get like 24 to 36 shots, and then you're paying about, I don't know, $20 to $25 to develop it, depending on where you go. You're not shooting a lot, you know, you might shoot a handful of rolls a year, and it's not too bad when you look at it like that. And it's just something to do on the side, or if you don't even shoot photography a lot, it's just great to have, especially like traveling, holidays, just events with your friends. It's just great to have a camera there you can pick up and shoot something really special. Anyway, wrapping up things, film is definitely one of my favourite ways to shoot at the moment. I still love digital, but I say I go out and shoot less and less photos, and it's more about the video and creating these type of videos. And I've found that creating videos talking about film or showing my process, or little afternoons or whatever, as you've seen, it's just something new for me, which is great. Keeps me being creative. It's never too late to dive into film. Film's booming, so essentially perfect time. I'd love to hear what you guys reckon about film below. See you guys next week. Oh, you've reached the end of my video. That's it for another week. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me, give me feedback. Thanks guys.